Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and today I'm going to be giving my analysis of Peterborough versus Millwall. Now, last time Millwall played Peterborough, it was at the Den in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, and we won 1-0 thanks to a Sean Williams goal. Now, I thought this game would be really interesting and be a really good game to see, and definitely looking back on the highlights, because this is a highlight analysis video, I thought it'd be very interesting, but unfortunately, Millwall being Millwall, we're like the only club that can actually fight back to draw 2-2 and then end up blowing the game and losing 5-3. I don't know how it happened, but let's start talking about it and see what happens from there, because with Millwall, we are a good club, but I think we got a problem with some of the strikers at some points during some games, because in this game, 3 of our defenders scored all of our goals. Now, if one more defender had scored, that would have been the full set of defence, and that would have been ridiculous, because at the moment our strikers haven't been converting as often as what you would wish. Now let me talk about the first Peterborough goal. Now what happened was the free kick was absolutely terrible. I mean, useless. I could have put in a better free kick than that. He basically tapped it, I think it hit the wall, I'm pretty sure, but he still got the ball back. He then played it to one of his teammates. They had a shot, it hit the post, and then we're terrible at defending set pieces, so of course it dropped to a Peterborough player in angle, and he headed it home and made it 1-0 to Peterborough. Which is kind of frustrating if you think about it, because yet again the problem is we cannot defend set pieces, which has been a real issue for Mill this season. Now, their second goal, it was a fantastic goal. Taylor scored it, and I cannot believe how well he struck that ball. He collected the ball thanks to a mistake from Byron Webster. Yes, he's made a few mistakes in his Millwall career so far, but you can't take anything away from the lad Taylor, who had a great shot, and I don't think many goalkeepers in the world could have saved that. It was a really well taken shot. Now, the last thing that happened in the first half was quite a bizarre thing actually. It was Peterborough had to sub their goalkeeper off. Yes, Amwick got injured. I don't know what was actually wrong with him, but I know he had to come off in the 30th minute, and then their goalkeeper, Henry, had to come on the pitch. Now, at this stage, I don't think Peterborough would have known he would have conceded 3 goals in the second half, but in hindsight, they probably would have wished he didn't get injured. But that doesn't matter. Let's start talking about the second half. Right, now that we're in the second half, it wasn't too bad for Millwall. We started off really well, and of course, Byron Webster redeemed himself. The ball came in from a corner. Well, he had a simple header, and he converted it to make it 2-1. I thought, we're getting on a little bit there. We could do quite a lot better, and hopefully we can get back in the game. And we actually did. The ball was basically dropped straight to Fred. He laid it off to Carlos Edwards, and Edwards crossed the ball into the box for Tony Craig to get a header. And it was a great header, and he equalised the game. The captain doing us proud. And at that point, we're like, we can really win this game. I honestly thought we could as well. I was very happy to say that we got back in this game despite struggling in the first half. Now, of course, Millwall couldn't hold on to just get a point or even go and get the win. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but we did concede. And of course, it was a pretty good goal in the way we conceded. Now, it was Forrester with the goal. Now, it was a really good goal, actually. I was really impressed by it. It was a half volley, and the way he struck that from as little of the area as he had, because he didn't have much space to shoot that from, it was fantastic. So I can't really be annoyed with that goal. It's really well taken. Now, of course, they did then score yet again through Washington. Basically, Webster missed the ball, and that gave Washington a lot of space to run in with the ball and basically tap it past Archer. And that made it 4-2, and it's pretty much game over by then. But never fear, we did score another goal, and it was Mark Beavers who saved us a little bit, I guess. He got us back in the game for a little while. He made it 4-3 with a header, which he scores quite a lot of headers. Recently, he's been getting a lot of goals for Millwall, so I wasn't surprised that he scored. And we almost got the equaliser through Sean Williams. He had a great long-range shot, but it just went over the bar. Things could have been so much different if that had gone in the back of the net. And then the final goal, Taylor made it 5-3. what happened was the ball was thrown to Taylor and he had a few touches and then hit it, and well, Archer didn't expect that the ball was going to come in so quick, so he wasn't prepared and it went in the back of the net. And then that is game, set, match, and we completely got killed in that game. Now unfortunately the defenders did score the goals and not the strikers. This is a problem that has been reoccurring quite a lot for Millwall this season. I would like to see strikers score goals, not defenders, but for some reason the defenders and the midfielders are the ones supplying the goals lately. Now, it's not a problem, at least we're scoring goals, but I'd more prefer if the strikers could get on the end of scoring quite a lot more often. Now, with the players that played well for each side, so unfortunately I've got 2 from each team, because with the highlights you can't really decide 100% who played the best out of each side. So there's 1 for Peterborough, it's out of 2 players, so it's out of Washington and Madsen. They pretty much played well between them. Now they both had the ball and did quite a lot with it. Apparently Madsen was on the ground quite a lot, so I'll be more pushing towards Washington. Now with Millwall it'd be out of Fred or Carlos Edwards. Now they both play on that right side of the pitch, so it would be hard to say out of them who did it. And well, Edwards did set up the goal, didn't he? The Tony Craig goal. I don't know if he set up any more, but I know for definite he set up that goal. Now, I don't know if Fred set up any, but as far as I'm concerned, they both done really well. So I'd say both of them were the key performers for Millwall. Now, Millwall's next game is actually tonight, believe it or not. It's in the Johnson's Paint Trophy against Northampton. So when we beat Peterborough, we went through, and this is our game thanks to beating Peterborough. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't beat Peterborough in today's game that I was analysing. That is, of course, upsetting, but there's nothing you can do about it. If you lose sometimes. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.